For decades, putting a vision on screen meant coordinating cameras, actors, lighting rigs, and a small army of technicians. Today, that entire infrastructure fits inside a single laptop. Welcome to Infovision Media, where we turn your vision into reality. High-end video production used to be a closed system. The logistics alone, permits, gear rentals, and the cost of a full crew, functioned as a financial gatekeeper, ensuring that only those with significant backing could actually see their scripts come to life. That gate has been removed. A single director can now command the same visual output that once required a studio backlot, using software to bridge the gap between imagination and execution. The hurdle that kept AI video looking like a glitchy mess for years was something called temporal consistency. Early models couldn't keep an object stable from one second to the next. Faces would morph and backgrounds would flicker violently. To fix this, 2026 latent diffusion models look beyond flat pictures. Instead of compressing a 2D space, the AI builds a 3D block, adding the dimension of time. Inside, space-time patches map specific pixels. It tracks them frame to frame, forcing the system to remember the exact shape as the video plays. 3 platforms successfully stabilized this technology: OpenAI Sora, Runway Gen-3, and Pika Labs 2.0. But the most effective production method in 2026 doesn't rely on just one of them. It strings them together. With the physics of time finally under control, the director's job has shifted from coordinating physical departments to orchestrating a hybrid software workflow. Regardless of which platform you choose, the workflow begins with structured logic. In AI filmmaking, the precision of your vocabulary determines the quality of your lighting and set design. To get reliable results, you use a 5-part formula: subject, action, environment, camera motion, and mood. You prompt for a samurai cat drawing a glowing sword in a cyberpunk alley at night. Camera pushes in, surrounded by volumetric fog. Professional creators add one extra step. They generate a still image of that subject first. Pumping a static frame into the video model anchors the character's visual identity, preventing the AI from guessing what the subject should look like before it starts animating. This process replaces the physical roles of the lighting director and cinematographer with a specific string of text. Once your prompt is locked, the first tool in the stack is OpenAI's Sora. This is where you generate your 60-second establishing shots, leaning on its ability to produce photorealistic textures and lighting. Sora stands out because it operates as a physics simulator. It understands what objects are and how they interact. If a car drives off screen, Sora keeps calculating its trajectory, so when the camera pans back, the vehicle is exactly where it should be. But that heavy computation comes with friction. It can take several minutes to generate a single second of video, and you cannot dictate specific micro-movements. You give it a prompt, and you accept the cinematic interpretation it hands back. If you're finding this workflow breakdown helpful, take a second to like this video, share it with fellow creators, and subscribe to Infovision Media for more deep dives into the tools shaping tomorrow. Sora essentially functions as a highly skilled, completely inflexible cinematographer. It will build expansive, physically accurate environments, but it refuses to be micromanaged. To get that missing control, creators move the base clip into Runway Gen-3. This platform serves as your digital editing bay. Runway gives you specific sliders to dictate pan, tilt, and zoom. It also features a motion brush tool. You paint over a specific region of a still frame, like water, and the AI animates only that section, leaving the rest perfectly still. The third tool in the stack is Pika Labs 2.0. You bring your refined clips here to handle character interactions and reformat the final product for social platforms. Pika processes prompts in under 10 seconds. It includes built-in lip syncing for dialogue and a feature called the Pika effect, which lets you instantly swap a character's on-screen emotion from happy to sad without rewriting the whole prompt. Generating high-quality video isn't a single click of a button. It requires passing the asset down an assembly line, leveraging one model for scale, another for precision, and a third for character performance. Despite this pipeline, the 2026 models still stumble. If you prompt a scene with too many moving parts, like a dense crowd, the system will struggle with temporal jitter. You will see background elements warp or structurally morph as the camera shifts. Beyond the visual glitches, running these models locally demands massive computing power, and any video generated directly on these platforms is tagged with digital watermarks to prevent misuse. Then there is the ethical reality. The data used to train these systems remains legally ambiguous. Creators face the risk of accidentally reproducing copyrighted material or generating deepfakes. It is now a strict professional standard to embed C2PA metadata to clearly label your work as AI-generated. The legislation surrounding synthetic media is still playing catch-up. Until the laws solidify, the responsibility to maintain viewer trust falls entirely on the creator. The release cycles for these tools are accelerating. Within the next 18 months, developers anticipate interactive real-time narration, native sound effect synthesis, and physics engines capable of simulating accurate rain, fire, and cloth dynamics. This shift reduces the cost of cinematic movement from a $50,000 day rate to a $50 monthly subscription. We are moving toward a future where high-fidelity video is a native language for every creator, regardless of their budget or technical background. Thanks for watching Infovision Media. Be sure to check out our other tutorials on optimizing your digital workflows, and leave a comment below with your thoughts on the future of filmmaking. The camera, the set, and the crew have all been digitized into software, but AI is strictly an execution tool. The underlying taste, the narrative structure, and the ethical judgment required to tell a compelling story remain entirely human.